Hello everyone, thank you for watching Mad Trucks and Marcos. It's been a while and I'm glad to be back. Today we are checking out these beautiful 2020 Jeep Gladiators. They're all cool in their own way and I'm super excited to talk about them, so let's get right to it. Alrighty ladies and gentlemen, first off, to me, this is the most beautiful color that I've seen a Gladiator in, especially in the Rubicon when you get all the darker accents, and especially, I was away from the lifted vehicles for a little bit, and I mean, the Gladiators just looked goofy when they came out to me, especially like when they're rolling around with stock wheels and tires. Even if they're not lifted, once you throw some wheels and tires on them, it really makes them look like what they should have looked like. But especially something like this, I mean, it's just gorgeous. And for the price that like the half-ton trucks and some of the other smaller trucks on the market are going for, I mean, it's kind of starting to make sense for a lot of people, and especially when it looks like this. So for this one, well, actually all of these have the Mopar 2-inch lift. So these were all built in-house by our 777 Customs team. And the 2-inch lift from Mopar just really makes a lot of sense because we're getting Mopar quality stuff right from the factory. You get way more warranty with something like this than you would typically with like the aftermarket stuff. And it's just a lot of peace of mind knowing that, I mean, the people that helped develop this Jeep helped develop this lift kit, and it's nothing but the best parts, and you can really tell when you're putting these together. It's one of those things that, you know, the lift kits aren't for everybody, but they ride so much nicer than like the Jeeps did just a few years ago once you lift them up. And yeah, it's just like I said, just as far as the general appearance goes, I mean, they're really good looking trucks. The proportions seem right once you got the 37-inch tires. So this one's got the Rhino Armories, I believe, in the matte black finish. And this one's on a 17-inch wheel, so 37, 12.5 on a 17. These three are fitted with the General Grabber X3 tires. Really aggressive tire. If you're going to go off-roading, they're actually going to get the job done, but at the same time, when you're driving it day to day, it's not going to kill you with road noise. And so as far as kind of overall everything, really great tire. That's why you see it on all three of these. They also balance out great for like a 37-inch tire. You can really get them balanced in nicely, and you really would be surprised at how nice these ride, even with the 2-inch lift and the 37-inch tires. This one, the other thing I like, so it's an option. A lot of people don't do the steel bumper because they plan on doing something aftermarket, but these factory bumpers, they are modular, so you can pull the end caps off, and it's a great look just by doing that itself. But there's also a lot of functional attachments that you can add to these that really don't make it necessary for an aftermarket bumper. Again, you can have something right from the factory that's going to last way longer than most of those aftermarket options that you're going to come across. But the LED lights, I believe, are something that's all the way across on these, which also just makes them look that much nicer. And for people that have driven with both the LED and the non-LED Wranglers, I mean, everyone can agree that the LED headlights are kind of one of those things that were a game changer for them. So this one is very cool. Different look for the wheels. So this one's got some XDs with like a polished face and then some black accents, but still look really good on the black. Sometimes on a black vehicle I know a lot of people like to black everything out, but it's really nice to see some polish. You get a little contrast. The wheels really pop off the vehicle, whereas if it was like an all black wheel on the black Rubicon, I really feel like the wheel gets lost and it just doesn't really do the vehicle justice. But again, so this one isn't an 18-inch, just a little bit bigger, but the proportions are still good. You have a ton of sidewall, definitely still, you know, off-road worthy. I think most people know that these don't go like to Moab and stuff right off the bat. A lot of people just use them as a fun vehicle, and then they'll hit up a trailer and off-road park a couple times a year. And these are perfect for that. They have enough towing capacity and payload to use it as like how most people use their half-ton truck. And then in the summertime, once it's a little nicer, I know it looks nice, it's super windy here, but when it's nicer, you can pull the tops off, and it's really kind of a do-everything vehicle. And yeah, again, I was really impressed by how they drive. This one does not have the steel bumper. Again, a lot of times people want to do it up aftermarket, so I understand if you don't want to spend the extra grand or whatever it costs to get the bumper if you're going to do your own. It still does look nice with the standard bumper. Flows really nice with everything, and it gives you a decent amount of coverage on it. So I also want to mention all these are available for sale at our Kunes Country Chrysler of Elkhorn location. The reason we pulled them quick together like this, as opposed to how we normally would have done our videos, is just because these move so fast, and especially like they weren't moving that quickly, and then as soon as you put wheels and tires on them, somebody sees them, and then they just gotta have it. So we really, since we had 3 of these together, the builds finished at the same time, wanted to at least do a video so you guys could see them, otherwise they're gone and then we don't really get to make videos on them, which has been the struggle, but that's a good problem to have. Red is a good problem to have when you're looking at this Gladiator. I don't know, a lot of people might not want to do the candy apple red wheels, but I really do think this one looks pretty awesome. Again, like I probably wouldn't have ordered that wheel myself, but now that I see it on this Jeep, I mean, I can't really imagine anything else being on there. But yeah, you got that gloss red finish on the inner part on the face, and then you got the black simulated bead lock around the edge, which does add a little nice. I mean, you don't want it all completely red. That might be a little bit too much. But it looks like on this one, it does have the steel bumpers, which is great. The rigid LED light bar across the top, which looks pretty cool on there. And they don't whistle as much as they used to a few years ago. Everything's kind of really come a long way as far as the quality goes. Yeah, I think as far as getting in and out of it, so all these are Rubicons, so they have the factory rock rails. I've seen a bunch of different options. I think a lot of people are, even when they're lifted, they're really not super hard to get in and out of. So a lot of people are leaving them like this, but we do have a few options that have like a bar or different step styles that you can use for these, but they're pretty manageable as far as getting stuff in and out. The bed, even though, like I said, it's lifted up 2 inches with the 37s, it still doesn't seem that high, so you can drop the tailgate and still load stuff in and out of it relatively easily. And the road manners, like I said, are really impressive. Even on a windy day like today, they track really well. The wheelbase obviously helps with that. But yeah, we're excited to be back doing some stuff, and we're building some stuff out of our Oregon location. We got stuff going on all over the place, so make sure to check out our website. You can see most of our lifted inventory, and if you have anything else, just holler out. Have a great day.